Sunday morning here, Midwest Indiana. Hope you guys and gals are all doing well out there. I'm literally just waking up. I'm about to go make myself some coffee. So I'm gonna make sure I put make sure I put my invite guests on the clipboard here. So it's copied to the clipboard, and then I'm gonna make sure I also put it in the chat here. So yeah, let me make sure I put this in the chat. I literally just woke up this morning. So let me put that in the chat there. All right, it's in the chat. Cool. There it is. Posted it right there in the chat. So like usual, especially when I live stream especially when I live stream in the morning, my little family's all asleep. But I felt like I had to because we got a little late snow. We didn't get a lot of snow. It's just covering the ground. But it's real pretty. So really, really beautiful. Really beautiful. Really beautiful winter day. So yeah, let's go make some coffee. Get me a little coffee going. What's funny, when I go to work every day, my daughter got me hooked on these cold brews. Lately, I've been drinking a cold brew called the Pistachio Cold Brew. So that's pretty good. Make some coffee. Still asleep. January Sunday morning chill. Lone Wolf Bushcraft travels. So according to that, it's about 38 degrees outside. According to this temperature thing, it's about 38 degrees. I'm out here in my t-shirt. Do a little 360 here. It's a Sunday morning here in January. My little family's all crashed to sleep. I always wake up before everyone does anyway. Beautiful January Sunday morning day here in Midwest Indiana. Hope you guys and gals are all doing well. I just woke up. I'm about to go back inside, make me some coffee. Yeah, I thought we were going to be done with snow. So I guess I was wrong. So it's January 22nd, and it's Sunday morning. And yeah, now I know it can. Now I know it can still snow late into January here in Midwest Indiana. There's the main road back there. I don't know if it's picking it up. But the cars are going down it just fine. So I'm sure people got to still be careful though, even though the roads look like they're just fine. It's wild how the snow reflects the light. It's pretty. Just got to be careful when you're driving in it. Yeah, got to be really careful when you're driving in wintertime. Like I said, I thought we were done with snow, and we got this surprise snow. This surprise snow came in last night. But I like how it transforms everything, the snow. It just seems to transform everything. So yeah, this snow just came in last night. Let's go make some coffee. Yep. Left my favorite stainless steel. Oh, they put it. My little family moved my cup. My stainless steel cup. I did have it sitting here in the sink. Well, shoot. Yeah, I left this my stainless steel Yeti cup in the sink here. Seems like, oh, there it is. Here it is. It's my favorite.
It's my favorite coffee mug here. My Yeti coffee mug. I got a Yeti Rambler that's 32 ounce. And then I went ahead and picked up the coffee mug. I really love this coffee mug. Let's go upstairs and make some coffee. This also is playoff weekend for football. So later in the day, I'm going to be watching some football. Let's see. The teams that won yesterday were the Eagles. I believe the Eagles won on the NFC side. And then the AFC, Chiefs. The Chiefs won. So yeah, the Chiefs beat the Jaguars, I believe. And then the Eagles beat the New York Giants. And then, of course, there'll be more football this weekend. Or should I say this Sunday? NFL Sunday football weekend. Thanks, I appreciate that. Make some coffee here. Since you guys. Put some of this thing. It's pretty funny. That's funny. Get some water for my coffee. That's what we're going to have right here. Some medium roast Colombian coffee. I'm surprised with that. Oh, wait, this is not good. Yeah, really got surprised. Uh, Here in Midwest Indiana, I thought we were done with. I really thought we were done with winter, so I'm kind of surprised. Or I think what happened is I forgot we sometimes can get late. We sometimes can get a late snowfall in January, and I forgot about that. So yeah, I thought we were all done with snowfall. As you as you can see, we're not done with snowfall. It's pretty, but yeah, we're not done with snowfall. Not here in my t-shirt. That's so funny. I'm trying to be super quiet because my little family's still asleep. But yeah, like I said, I thought we were done with winter, and we're just not. So yeah, I thought we were all done with winter. And like I said, it's pretty. You know, the snow's pretty. You gotta be really careful when you're driving in it. It's just so funny how the snow I love it how it transforms the landscape. Absolutely love it. Hey, what's up, Brett? I'm just showing off the late Sunday morning snowfall we got here in Midwest Indiana. And I'm out here in my t-shirt. It's funny. There we go. Do a slow 360. Just showing off the snowfall we got here on this beautiful January Sunday morning. Showing it off. Just beautiful. And then my family, they're all crashed out asleep. So that's part of the reason I'm trying to be quiet. I'm out here in my t-shirt. According to my little, I have a little temperature thing out on my back porch. It says it's 38 degrees, so that ain't too bad. So checking out the beautiful snow. Snow is beautiful. Beautiful snow. My coffee should be ready. So let me go check my coffee. I love how beautiful it is. Beautiful January Sunday morning, wintry day. What's funny is I really thought we were, yeah, I really thought we were done with our snow. So I'm a little surprised by it. I'm showing off your guys' comments here. I tried to do that throughout my live stream. It's my way of thanking these channels for coming in here. Let me go make some, or my coffee should be ready. But yeah, if you guys, whenever I'm doing a morning live stream, If I'm being real quiet, it's because the rest of my family's all crashed out, which is why when I go back inside, I'm going to be kind of quiet. Okay, I'm going to put some creamer in my coffee. I was using this to hold my phone steady, so when I put you guys here. That's funny. Okay, now it's on. No creamer. I am enjoying my coffee, but I'm going to get me 2 other items to drink. So, go grab half light, half lemonade, Hummer Palmer tea, and a lime bubbly sparkling water, and grapefruit bubbly water. That should do it. I guess I'm telling people I get thirsty during the live stream. Yeah, when I woke up this morning, I saw that snow on the ground, and like I said, I forgot that it can snow, and like right now it's late January. I literally forgot that we can get a snowfall in January here in Midwest Indiana. A lot of you know I went to Peru about a month ago, and they're just starting their summertime in Peru, so I'm a little jealous. So I got to spend 14 days in Peru, and it was awesome. My 14 days in Peru was awesome, and yeah, it was funny coming back to a place that was just starting summer, which is in Lima, Peru, South America, and go to another place like Midwest Indiana, and it's still wintertime. I really thought we were done with snow, so I was really surprised. Hey, what's up? I'm going to show off your guys' comments here. How's it going, Courtney, Shannis? And what's neat is I got to get a lot of content while I was in Peru for 14 days. Oh man, this pizza's pretty good. It's thin pizza I picked up at Aldi's. So yeah, why was there in Peru for 14 days? I got to I had 2 desert adventures in Paracas. We rode around in small 2-person buggies out in the desert, so I got to drive out in the desert with this desert buggy. And then on the second day when we were in Paracas, we got in this one buggy that sits about 8 to 10 people. And me and my lady got lucky, and we got to ride up front. I guess a lot of people didn't want to ride up front because they were afraid of the sand kicking up because we were driving out in the desert. But not too bad. I had my face fully covered, so that was cool. I learned from my little tiny buggy that I rode. So I bought in the video, you can see I'm wearing this cheap camo covering on my face when we get out on the bigger desert buggy. So that was pretty cool. But had a great time in Paracas in Lima, Peru. And both desert adventures were awesome. The 2-person buggy desert adventure was awesome because you drove yourself out into the desert. We followed each other in the line, so that was really cool. And then the 8 to 10-person desert buggy was awesome. And yeah, if you guys go to my Lima, Peru playlist, you can see both desert buggy adventures. It's pretty cool.
So not only do I have, of course, that vacation was 14 days, lasted for 14 days. Um, we stayed in I feel like I had a vacation within a vacation because we really went to Peru to fly over my mother-in-law who can't fly by herself anymore. So we went there to Peru. That's the main reason we went to Peru. And then we did the Paracas adventure in the middle of our Peruvian vacation. So that was cool. My lady was like, "Hey, how would you like to do 3 days and 2 nights in Paracas?" I said, "Sure, let's do it." And that whole package, including transportation and food and everything, it rounded up to about between $600 and $700. So it wasn't too bad. That 3 days and 2 night adventures. We stayed one day in Paracas, and then we stayed another day in Huacachino. So that was pretty cool, and had an awesome time. And the first night in Paracas, our first dinner was a seafood dinner. Oh my god, it was really delicious. It was really good. Some of the best seafood I've ever had was in Paracas in Lima, Peru. It's really cool. Then we also got to go to a winery, which was pretty awesome. So that was awesome. But if you go over to my playlist section, you'll see the Lima Peru playlist, and it'll show you. If you click on the newer videos in that playlist, you'll see my cool adventures I had during the 14 days I was there in Peru. It was pretty cool. I did a couple live streams while I was in Peru, so that was pretty cool. The reason I wanted to live stream so badly this morning is because we got this late Sunday morning snowfall. So I really love how snow really changes the landscape. So I really wanted to capture that in this live stream, at least at the start of it. I wanted to capture the snow landscape that I was experiencing. And we definitely have changing of the seasons here in Indiana. We get a spring, a summer, a fall, and then also a winter. So I do appreciate the changing of the seasons. Oh man, the nice thing about this stainless steel mug, if you put something hot in, it keeps it nice and hot, and if you put something cold in, it keeps it nice and cold. But yeah, my favorite coffee mug is this Yeti mug. I also have the 32-ounce Rambler. Oh, anytime I show off any gear, whether I show off Yeti products or whether I show off tents or sleeping pads or knives, I'm not telling you guys to go out and buy those. I'm just telling you my experiences with each of those items. I mean, I'll be honest because I'm not beholden to anyone. I'll let you know if I think something's good. I'll let you know if I think something's worth the money. Now, Yeti products are expensive, but I do enjoy them. They seem to be pretty well made. Can you find similar products at a lower price point? Of course you can. So it all comes down to sometimes personal preference and stuff. But the short of it is, I'm not trying to tell you guys to. I'm just giving you my opinions on products and stuff. And then I enjoy making travel vlog videos for you guys. So whenever I do go traveling, I love making travel vlog videos for you guys and gals out there. I still like making bushcraft videos, but I really love travel vlog videos.
Speaking of traveling, I usually travel back to the south part of Mexico, usually in the middle of the year. So I'm hoping to go back to Mexico. And then towards the end of next year, I'm hoping to go back to Peru, of course. And whenever I do, I make sure I'll bring you guys. I'll throw that content up on here on this channel. But yeah, I pretty much made it an emphasis that I love making travel vlog videos for you guys. I pretty much emphasized that. And I pretty much let you guys know if I stay in a very specific place, I pretty let you guys know what my thoughts are on that place. So far, I've been really lucky. I've enjoyed all the parts that I've stayed at in Peru. I like what the late Anthony Bourdain said. You must be willing to risk having a few bad meals until you run into that meal that's absolutely amazing and perfect and delicious. And my first night in Caracas was like that. We didn't know which restaurant to choose. We finally chose one, and we ended up having the most amazing seafood I had ever had. So Anthony Bourdain is right. Sometimes you got to risk it so that you finally do run into a meal that's pretty amazing. And that first night in Caracas was a very amazing seafood meal. I know there's some people that are not fans of seafood, but for those of you who really love seafood, you really enjoyed the first night in Caracas dinner that I had. It was really good. This thin pizza from Aldi's ain't too bad. That's really good. I just bought an Anthony Bourdain book. I got it upstairs. I think he wrote a book called Kitchens Confidential. That was his first book. I need to go pick that up. But yeah, I bought his second book that he wrote. I don't have it in front of me here. It's upstairs. And then I'm also starting to listen to some of Anthony Bourdain's podcasts. I'm starting to do that. I was listening to, matter of fact, it might have been one of his last interviews he did before he had passed. It was Neil deGrasse Tyson interviewing Anthony Bourdain, and they were talking about the science of food and people's taste buds in general. And it's so funny, man. There's things that people eat around the world that probably wouldn't might turn off some Americans. So there's and I can't remember if it's in the Philippines. Hopefully, I got the right country right. But there's this. They mentioned this one Asian country. I think it was the Philippines. I'm not for sure. Where they liked having bile, or they place bile on top of their food, and they have a taste for it, and so yeah, I'd be one of those people that would probably say pass on that for sure. But yeah, man, people or some cuisine around the world there is a lot of really strange. And then some people's palates. Some people around the world like things sour. They like a soury taste. Some parts of the world they like a really spicy taste. Like they like their food really spicy. So people in the space station made an interesting comment. The reason they like pouring hot sauce on things is, um, I guess when people eat food in space, the food tastes really bland. So if you can add some hot sauce to it, makes it not as bland. So who knew? The folks in the space station need that hot sauce so their food don't taste bland, or so they give it some kind of taste out in space. I didn't know that. I didn't know our taste buds could change in space. So I got to hear that on the Neil deGrasse Star Talk, the Star Talk podcast hosted by Neil deGrasse Tyson. Um, that's where I got to hear that story from about the astronauts and how they don't like, or how they felt the food tastes bland out in space. So that was pretty cool. But I got to hear that story once again on the podcast called Star Talk. So that was pretty cool. And speaking of, I was listening to Neil deGrasse Tyson interview the late Anthony Bourdain. So that was pretty cool. It was pretty neat. I have Spotify, so I sometimes click on the Joe Rogan Experience too. That's another podcast I listen to. So that's a really interesting podcast, the Joe Rogan Experience. And so far, I'm enjoying my Spotify because I'm able to punch things in the search engine in Spotify. I'm usually able to find different podcasts out there that I like listening to, which is cool. Lately, I've been watching some different travel. I've been watching some travel YouTubers lately and watch how they cover travel. So I definitely cover my travels a little bit differently than some of the other YouTube travelers. So that's kind of cool. And I mean, it's interesting. I definitely want to put my own style on it when I make travel vlog videos for you guys. So I definitely don't want to copy anybody. I guess I was just looking at how my competition does it, how they do the travel vlog video genre. But mine's just a little bit different, you know. So y'all know I'm definitely interested in travel, and y'all know that I definitely like bushcraft. I'm also a big science guy. I love science. I love philosophy. I love literature. I also love learning about different religions. So that's really cool. Um, I'm fascinated how the different religions mold people, molds individuals' thinkings and groups' thinkings. I'm very fascinated by that. Um, the only concern I had, and might be coming from my science side, is I really worry about people not thinking anymore for themselves. And I know religion can have a very powerful effect on that, on people's thinking. So I actually worry about that. I worry about people losing their reason and logic when they get too steeped in religion. I believe religion does have a function in one's life. Uh, I think sometimes it can make you grounded. So there's some positives in religion, but like anything, there's pros and cons to everything, right? So now my science side tries not to throw. There's an old term called don't throw the baby out without don't throw the bath water and the baby out or something. I'm screwing it up. It's terrible. Uh, Anyways, there's that analogy, you know. Um, I am also, I love listening to both sides of an argument. So I'm fascinated with the theists. Uh, I'm fascinated with theists and atheist debate. I'm fascinated with that debate. I'm fascinated with uh, uh, anyways, I'm just fascinated when people question uh, question things and stuff. So um, I am a big proponent for capitalism. I notice capitalism isn't perfect, uh, but I do notice that capitalism has generated a lot of money. It's made a lot of people wealthy. So um, I notice those countries that aren't. Well, what's funny is if you use Russia as an example, once capitalism came into Russia, once they let that genie out of the bottle, they were never going to put it back in. So we have seen the effects of that, but it did make a lot of Russians pretty wealthy overnight. So that's pretty cool. But I don't know. I laugh when a young person plays around with socialism. That kind of cracks me up because uh, you think you would go to that country, right? You know, the countries that practice that, go there, live there for a while, and see if you like it. You'll come to find out the people at the top are living pretty wealthy in socialist countries, or like in dictatorships. The people at the very top, the people's friends and family at the very top of those organizations, are usually enjoying a really nice high life, right? And the people down below are made to practice it, right? Um, the same might be said in capitalism too, right? The people at the very top are really enjoying it, and the people down below not so much, or maybe they haven't learned how to use the capitalist system. So, but uh, countries, oh my God, when I look at Venezuela, that country, before it had turned socialist or before it even played with communism, they used to have an awesome economy, right? And then it came in there and it ruined their economy. Once they turned everything kind of state run, it ruins the economy. So I don't know why any country keeps playing around with that kind of form of economics. It's turning everything state run has never made any country prosperous. I just have never seen it. So, um, oh, sorry to go off on that tangent. Occasionally, you guys will get this. I'll go off on an area a little bit. So, but yeah, I'm also fascinated with those YouTube channels that deal with politics, and then I also watch the YouTube channels that talk about religion. So yeah, there's one YouTube channel. I think it's called, what is it called? Building or bridging beliefs or something. That may not be what it's called. I think it might be called bridging beliefs or something like that. There's some cool Baha'i YouTube channels that are pretty awesome that talk about the Baha'i faith. So um, some of you may not realize I grew up Roman Catholic, and then later in life I became a member of the Baha'i faith. Uh, I sprinkle a little bit of that on my channel. I don't sprinkle a lot of it because mainly what this channel's about is the bushcraft and the travel. But occasionally, like I think I did one video where I showed off the new Baha'i Welcoming Center there in Chicago. So if you're ever in Chicago, go visit the Baha'i Temple. It's a very beautiful place, and you can learn a little bit about the Baha'i faith, which is really cool. Um, I love it that Baha'is don't want much; they only want world peace. So that's kind of the hallmark. And I'm be advised, I'm not a spokesman for the Baha'i faith. There are way better people that are more qualified to teach the Baha'i faith here on YouTube. Uh, but I am an adherent to the Baha'i faith. But even though I am a member of the Baha'i faith, I also think for myself. I use my reason and logic. Um, one of the things, one of the statements I've made, which may not be very Baha'i statement, is I've given up believing in Satan and hell. So that um, there may be Baha'is that still believe in that entity or that place. I just believe, and my reason and logic, and this has nothing to do with the Baha'i faith. This is strictly JR thinking. My reason and logic has made me believe there's no Satan or hell. There's definitely evil in the world, but there's no boogie guy that's making people do stuff. If that is the case, I believe it's maybe the person's got some mental illness or something. So, but but yeah, that may be against the Baha'i faith about me saying I don't believe in Satan and hell anymore. So um, that could be my philosophy and literature coming into play. That could be my science side. I think my science side plays a lot into that. Me giving up the belief in hell and Satan. I still believe in God. I still believe in a personal God. I will say my science sometimes can slam hard on that belief, on believing in a personal God. Um, you know, like in my case, I've said in front of my family, I hope there's a heaven. You know, according to the main messenger in the Baha'i faith, which is Baha'u'llah, he he does talk um, about about the joy of that place being there's nothing that can compare with it on earth, and sounds like it'd be a nice place to go to, and so yeah. Um, but the thing is, I don't have any proof, uh, but that doesn't mean it doesn't exist. So, but yeah, my science side can really slam on. Uh, but I don't know. I love how carefully I try to talk about that because uh, but I think it's important, at least for me. I can't talk for anybody else. I love using literature and philosophy. I love using my logic and thinking. I enjoy that. Um, I'm fascinated with the way agnostics think. I'm fascinated with the way atheists think. I'm fascinated with the way theists think. I do know, um, and then I'm also fascinated with people's worldviews. I find that interesting. So, um, but yeah, I really dig philosophy and religion and science. I dig that. I think that's cool. Um, I liked what Ronald Reagan said one time. He said the majority of our problems are man-made, so therefore can be solved by man. And I think that there's a lot of truth to that. Let me say that again. And this may be, I may not have the right quote down for Ronald Reagan, but I believe he did say that our all of our problems are man-made and therefore can be solved by man. So, um, hey, what's interesting, the Baha'is do have, at least according to what the Baha'is are looking at, they believe Baha'u'llah has really rolled out a vision to unify all of humankind. So I guess maybe what the Baha'is are saying, or maybe what the Baha'i faith is saying, at least come and study this, uh, look at the characteristics of this manifestation. Baha'is call the messengers of God manifestations. Let's look at what this manifestation of God said for unifying all of humanity. Baha'is are at least asking the world community, to look at it. And I think during Baha'u'llah's time, he wrote letters to all the people, to all the leaders in the world at the time of Baha'u'llah was alive. I want to say between 1844 and 1892. I believe Baha'u'llah passed in 1892. And so at that time, he was just really, hey, how's it going? So, so yeah, at the time of, like I said, Baha'u'llah lived between 1844 and 1892. So he wrote letters to all the world leaders, mainly, um, mainly he was stressing he was the new manifestation of God for this age. But the other thing he was pointing at, he was giving the remedy that mankind could use to unite all of itself, or how to, or the neat, I don't know, the neat thing that's really distinct, like if I compare Christianity to the Baha'i faith, um, there's no writings of Jesus' handwriting on how to run the church and how to. There's no kind of writing like that that's ever been found, right? It's always been his apostles, right? So, uh, what's really distinct from Baha'u'llah, it's in Baha'u'llah's writing, uh, and also there's the writings of Abdul Baha, and then there's also the writings of Shoghi Effendi. So, you have all these main religious figures in a religion that have direct writings from its leadership. So the only thing I could compare it to would be like if Jesus wrote a text himself. That how amazing would that have been if Jesus had put pen to paper? That would have been pretty amazing. So so in the case of this particular religion, the Baha'i faith, that's exactly what happened. Baha'u'llah put pen to paper and was writing. So that's pretty cool. But yeah, the main reason I did this live stream, I just wanted to show you off the winter, this early snowfall we got here in the middle of January on Sunday morning. That was the main reason to do this live stream. So, anyways, I hope you guys and gals are all doing well out there. And I think the way I'll end this live stream is I'll go take a walk around my house for a little bit. At least I'll walk on the outside. I think that's how I want to end this live stream, is me showing off the winter, which is the main reason I did this live stream. Sorry I chatted in your guys' ear so much. So yeah, let me show that off, because that was the main reason I started the live stream, so you guys can see the January Sunday morning winter here. Oh man, that's good. So this is gonna be how I end my live stream, showing I want to put on my coat though. It's 38 degrees outside. I love these slip-on shoes that they're on. That's better. Threw on my coat. There we go. Coffee's so good. That's how I wanted to end my live stream, showing off the winter stuff. Coffee's still nice and hot. It's another beautiful January winter Sunday morning here. I actually was surprised that we got snow. So a little snow on my cup. Hey, good morning. Cool. Anyways, I hope you guys and gals are all doing well out there. Thanks for joining me here on this live stream. And I'll either see you guys in the next video or I'll see you in the next live stream. Take care. Cheers. Later, Gators.
Take care, everyone. And if you enjoy the content here, please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And also hit that notification bell so that each time I make a new video or do a live stream, you guys will get notified. So yeah, I'll see you guys in the next live stream. Cheers. Talk to you guys later. Later, Gators. Take care, everyone. Cheers. Later, Gators. Take care, everybody. Have a good day. Later. Take care, everybody.